Hello there, guys. My name's Mikey. Welcome to the official teaser trailer for The Wheel of Time. I am currently reading through the Wheel of Time series. I'm about 10 books deep, and I wouldn't recommend that series to anyone. It's got loads of really good points, but, oh man, put a gun to my face for reals. That book series can be a bit of a nightmare. So let's see what's going on with its adaptation.
Be strong. The wheel of time turns, and ages come and pass, leaving memories that become legend. The power inside you. All over the world, there are different names for it. But it's one thing. One power. And women who can touch it. We protect the world.
No matter what happens, when pain we face, when heartbreak, the wheel keeps turning. The Dark One is coming for your friends.
The last battle is coming. The only thing that matters is what you do.
Whatever happens now, there's no turning back.
Yo, I hope you guys all have Amazon Prime, because it means you can sub for free, twitch.tv/Mikey Mega Mega. Yo, okay, so first initial thoughts. I love the bombastic music. That's what you want in a teaser trailer, right? You want to be pumped. Ba 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 na 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 na. It feels like every other series of Magic. I'm gonna say it right now. This makes me almost wish I haven't bothered reading the books. So, quick heads up. I'm about to mispronounce every single character's name, because when I read people's names in the book, I never say them out loud, and the version in my head is never correct. So what have we got going on? I'm assuming this might be Nynaeve. And I don't know who this is supposed to be, but like Nynaeve's always like blah 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 women's circle, because she's got her hair in a braid and she fucking loves tugging that thing. I'm assuming this is the valley where Two Rivers is. So here we've got Two Rivers, right? And this is the site of where... So blah, 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 the Wheel of Time turns. There's a great dark evil and there's light. And in the battle about 1,000 years ago or whatever, the last big light in the dark battle, the light won, but one of the parting gifts was the darkness tainted all of the forms of magic that men can use. There's two types of magic. Yeah, a little tiny bit of spoiler chat, but only just some implied spoilers because we don't know what's going on. Because I'm only up to book 10. But men can use a type of magic called Side-In, and women can use a type of magic called Side-Ar, and I may have gotten those confused. And it's very like yin and yangy. But the problem is like after the last war, even though kind of like the good won, the darkness tainted Side-In, so that any man who used the magic also got the taint. Careful. Depends what you pierce. And basically, if you're a man who can channel magic, you are doomed to go insane. And an insane person who can, like, you know, tear up mountains is a dangerous force. So all men who can, yeah, blah, 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 magic battle. Yeah, it's literally that. Blah, blah, magic battle. Just a heads up, this has stolen a load of ideas from Dune and Lord of the Rings. But, like, it means that, like, now, every now and then, like, you know, it's a very rare thing, but every now and then you find somebody who can channel or use magic. And if you're a woman who can channel, you go and study at a place called Tarvalon, which we're going to talk about. And if you're a man who can channel, then people come along and try to still you. And being stilled is like basically being cut off from magic before you go insane. So this area where this village called Two Rivers is at the site of where the last great battle happened, where the guy who was the warrior of light, so to speak, went fucking insane and killed all of his loved ones. And so he like blasted himself into oblivion and set a volcano in the middle of nowhere, which then became the mountain range of Two Rivers. The wheel turns. A change is coming. I feel it in the waters.
The wheel of time turns.
So this is Two Rivers. Here we've got Randall 4. I'm assuming this is Matt Cawthorn, and Perrin Arabia. So Perrin runs with the wolves. Matt has magic luck. Rand's a crazy man.
And ages come and...
Right, so I'm assuming that's either Nynaeve or Eugene. And okay, so I'm going to say that this is Nynaeve and this is Eugene.
come and pass.
Because Eugene and Rand are kind of into it in the beginning.
Leaving memories.
I wonder if that is from the very, very beginning. I'm wondering if that right here is... because I don't know who the cast is. But who's the guy who's inside Rand's head from 1,000 years ago? This might be him from the last great battle. This might be him at the very beginning of episode 1 before the great final setting off of explosions. Legit sounds like the Walmart version of Claymore. Yeah, it's a fucking... Like, there's some really good ideas in there, but overall, the book series is a nightmare. I get so moody about it.
Become legend.
So, this is to do with the Ajah. When you go to Tarvalon, this is like a sect of all the female wizards, basically, who kind of run the show. They influence kings, they influence the flow of mankind. They're like magic Bene Gesserit, basically. But they have different colours within them, called Ajah. And depending on which coloured Ajah you're from, that kind of affects your thinking and what you're into. And not all of the Tarvalon witches are actually cool. Some of them are real dickheads. Best-selling book series. You do not deserve to be a best-selling book series. How dare you? Reading half of your content is a nightmare. The first 2 books are miserably, like, they're just badly put together. The middle lot are a nightmare. They get good towards the end. Book 3 and book 4 and book 5 are quite interesting. And then books 8, 9, and 10 get good, maybe? Oh, mate. I don't want to talk about the books. Like, I'm working through them. Eugene. Yeah, Eugene. So, this must be the city of Tarvalon. In the distance, as you've got your mountain of something, here's a white tower. I'm assuming this is the city of the witches. And then you've got, what is this lady's name? Rosamund Pike? And she, I'm assuming, is playing Moriane because she's got a blue cloak, which means she's probably from the Blue Ajah, which probably makes her Moriane in the beginning books.
The power is...
Blah, 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 read Dune instead. Yeah, we're going to talk about this.
All over the world, there are different names for it.
Yo, so we've got the Green Ajah. They're the warrior witches. Each Ajah has a warder. So, like, each witch is allowed to bond men to her who have, like, increased combat ability, for want of a better, wider term, called warders. And the Greens have more than one warder each because they like to bang and fuck about the place. But they're also the warrior Ajah. And they're rating for a thing called Timon Gideon, the end of the world final battle, blah, blah, blah. The Browns are thinkers and researchers. The Whites like to rely on pure logic. The Blues are the schemers and the ones who try to manipulate events. The Yellows are the healers. The Greys are the negotiators. And the Reds hate men. Hate them. The Reds are half of Twitter. No, I'm only kidding. I'm not like that. But the Reds don't have warders. They don't rely on men at all. And the Reds they specialize in finding men who can channel magic and stilling them, which is basically like castrating them.
But it's one thing.
So I'm assuming this might be Siouan Sonche, who's the head of the Tarvalon at the moment.
One power.
So I'm wondering if this character right here is Varian, maybe, if she's healing Moriane.
Power. And women who can touch it.
Look at him. Look at little Miss Purse-lipped over here. Look how much she hates men. I hate men so much, I'm going to scowl. No, come on, we're all friends here. Red equals for Karen clan.
We protect the world.
This is fascinating. We've got greens and reds, along with... So these are the warders. All of these guys are specialist like hunters, and they're all essentially dedicated to serving the women that they're bonded to. So I'm not exactly sure what this particular scene is from. I love those beats.
No matter what happens.
Matt Cawthorn, you naughty boy. So there's a damned city of the dead called Shadar Lagoth. You know what I mean? Look, I'm just saying weird noises now. There's this damned city of the dead called Shadar Lagoth, somewhere in the north near Two Rivers, where basically this city has nothing to do with the evils of the Wheel of Time. This has its own horrible story where like the entire city kind of like turned in on itself with treachery, and like this outsider, a great evil man who became like an advisor to the court and the king, basically saw the entire city turn to ruin, and nobody knows what truly happened. Except one day its gates closed, it stopped trading, and for thousands of years it stood as ruins and there's nobody there. But there's this curse where, like, if you pick up even a single stone and take it outside the city, you become cursed and you spread its evil. And your boy Matt over here is like, yo, nice shiny dagger, I'm gonna pop it in my pocket. This won't come back to haunt me.
No matter what happens.
Yo, Guardian Lord, thanks for following. Now, your boy Perrin here has a different vibe. Randall 4 is the chosen one. Matt Cawthorn is the Tavern, but Perrin, who's also Tavern, actually he learns wolf ways. He learns the ways of the wolf and to go into wolf dreams where you live forever. It's a whole thing. Fucking Matt, mate. It's a whole thing. Sounds like you're saying Shia LaBeouf. Mate, I'm just saying noises. Low gain crew. Mate. Shadar Lagoth was the closest pronunciation you've got. Mate, you've got Matt Cawthorn, Perrin Abaya, Randall 4, Nynaeve, Eugene, Elaine, Avian Dara. Mate, you've got many. Yeah, so he's basically a furry, long story short. Basically, this guy reads Twilight, and he likes the wolf boys.
Not a heartbreak. The wheel keeps turning.
We all love this actor, but who is he playing? I would love it if he was playing...
The wheel keeps...
I would love it if this was... Who's Moriane's warder? Lan Almandragorian. I did give a disclaimer about pronouncing names, right? I'd love it if this guy was Lan, but I think Lan's being played by somebody else.
Turning.
But Lan is an old guy.
The Dark One is coming for your friends.
Ooh. The Miradral. So the Miradral are 110% the fucking... what do you call it from Lord of the Rings? They're ring wraiths. They're ring wraiths. No, it's completely different, Mikey. They have different lore, different history, different rules. I know. But they're ring wraiths, aren't they? Yes. Yeah, basically they're ring wraiths. They're ring wraiths.
Your friends.
Yo, I reckon this is low gain. This might be low gain. Because they're all sitting around him trying to keep him blocked from using the power. And he's obviously fucked him.
The last battle is coming. The only thing that matters is what you do.
Okay, so this must be Lan. That's got to be Lan, right? Because he's got the headband. Low gang. I'm not going anywhere near that one, Whimsical.
is what you do.
Oh, that is Lan. Lan is the Asian guy. He looks quite young. But, like, Asians have the same thing. Like, black don't crack, but Asian don't turn Asian. I don't know. What do you say for, like, ageless? Anyway.
Whatever happens now, there's no turning back.
Right, so what is this? This might be one of the way gates, which obviously is visually a lot different than how it is in the book, but that very much looks like some kind of portal kind of stone, right? Do you know what? I am genuinely interested in watching this because, like, do you know when you read a book series and that book series is so good that you hear that the book series is getting adopted by, like, the Sci-Fi Channel, and you're just like, damn it. I know for a fact that the Sci-Fi Channel will not have the budget needed to carry this off. And sometimes, like, you get it right, like Lord of the Rings, like the Percy Jackson Lord of the Rings films are the definitive Lord of the Rings movies. They got it right. The Wheel of Time has enough fantastic and interesting ideas in it, but the book series itself is such a fucking annoying read that I am genuinely interested in seeing that story tightened up and rewritten as a tighter, more accessible script. So this is one of the few times where I'm really, really pumped to see what transferring this over to a TV series is actually going to do to the raw material, because I think it will actually make it stronger. Asian don't be Asian. Asian don't be Asian. Thank you. I'll take that. Peter Jackson. Yeah, absolutely. What I said. So, guys, what are your thoughts? Has anybody else here read The Wheel of Time? One of my mods has, Jem, and another of our regular viewers, Ramstrig, are the ones that recommended that I read the books. I'm on book number 10. There are 14 Wheel of Time books. In the last 4 months, I've worked through 10 of them, and like only half of them are enjoyable to read. So that is your warning. That's why I don't recommend it. That's why I'm angry when I talk about it. Half of them are good. Most of them are not. Most of them are not good. But guys, get your sweet selves in the comments. What are your thoughts? Have I missed something or got something irrevocably wrong? Please let me know, because I am fascinated about watching this series. As for you lovely people in chat, yeah, let's continue to vibe. You people on YouTube, I'll see you later. Take care.